Good day to you. My name is Alexandra Denise Opotulot, and today I will be discussing the meaning of life as a person who adapts to various political and cultural changes. Without further ado, let's begin. We humans have a stellar reputation for our capacity for adaptation. The ingenuity and skill of our minds to mold ourselves into our society are well known. Think about it, we made it from the Stone Age to the Industrial Revolution, and from the Industrial Revolution to the present world, where we are surrounded by a bewildering variety of technical wonders that substantially improve our level of living. That's all possible because of our ability to adapt. Moreover, like other people, I too adapt myself to new conditions. In my case, I too adapt myself to the rapid and continuous transformation of our society's political and cultural landscapes. Now let's jump right in. For now, I'll talk about the ways in which I've adapted to new cultural norms. I have seen and experienced cultural change. When I think back on my own life, I can pinpoint that the specific instance in which I witnessed cultural shift is when I witnessed time progress. I saw firsthand how various aspects of Western culture, including philosophy and ethics, have been incorporated into our own. I've seen firsthand how the Filipino people are transformed by their exposure to the values and practices of other cultures. An example of this is our fast food change. Through observing my surroundings, I can see McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, KFC, all of which are Western cultural influences. We are adapting different cultures at such a fast rate. Another case of cultural change I experienced is when I went to Singapore, Malaysia, and Baguio. When I visited such locations, I experienced firsthand how different life is for the locals. During my time in such places, I experienced what was known to us as cultural shock. Things like their cuisine, dress, customs, and habits. I knew for a fact that I needed to adapt to such differences for a certain period of time. So how exactly did I adapt to such cultural changes? The answer is simple. It's open-mindedness. I open myself to the changes I see. I welcome and adapt to them wholeheartedly. I refrained from engaging in ethnocentrism by elevating the value of my own culture over that of others, and instead made room in my heart and mind to appreciate the richness of other cultures without compromising my own principles. Culture, I reminded myself, is subjective. Allowing for change is essential to humankind's ability to keep developing. So, in a nutshell, I was able to adjust thanks to my responsiveness and open-mindedness to these many cultural shifts, and I intend to use that value in every facet of my life. Now let's talk about how I adapt to political changes. As you may know, major elections have just transpired. New leaders emerge at all new levels, from the national to the municipal. These officials, from the president down to the mayors of our individual cities, put different plans into action. They usher in a new era of governance with very different goals and priorities than their predecessors, and I adapt to the alterations they bring about in my life. So how exactly am I able to adapt to such political changes? I am able to adapt to these political changes because of my adherence and citizenship to follow through what my society commands of me. The desire to serve my long-term community properly motivates me to adjust to political shifts, in which case a particular example of this is our COVID health protocols. Despite its innate nature, I adapted through it because it's what our leader asked of us, and this form of compliance shows citizenship. Politics ingrained COVID health protocols into our society, and our ability to adapt to it into our daily lives helps avoid the continuous spreading of the said virus. The only thing I can draw from this is that for the most part, servitude and adherence to the positive political reforms are something we must stick to, for they contribute to the betterment of our community. In short, what allows me to adapt to certain political changes are the value of solidarity and citizenship. Those are principles that I hope to uphold as well as I continue to grow as a person. Change is inevitable in life. If we don't open ourselves to change, how do we expect ourselves to grow? Think about all of our ancestors. They made the modern world brimming with technology we know today because of their capability to adapt to their environment. And likewise, I hope to improve our society by virtue of my own morals and adaptability. And perhaps all this change, all these adapting, is what brings essence to our lives in a way.